Welcome back to the Heft Training app. Today we have Bucket Thursdays. So that means we have 7 different stations. We're going to be following 60-30, which means 60 seconds at each station, 30 seconds off, and we'll be doing this 3 rounds. So on a Bucket Thursday, you might see 60, you might see a minute and a half, you might see 2 minutes at each station, but today's 60-30, which means that the intensity is going to be higher. So here's what we've got. Exercise or station number 1 is going to be a burpee box jump. So I have a box in front of me. I'm going to step behind it. I'm going to hit 1 burpee. So hands go on the floor, jump my feet back to frame my chest, touch my chest on the floor, land on flat feet. Now I'm pretty far away from the box. So if you want to jump up, you go for it. But if not, take a step closer, drop into a quarter of a squat, scoop yourself up, stand up entirely on top of the box. Shoulders, hips, and ankles are in a straight line. Step down, go back into that next rep. Burpee. Box jump. Cool? That's what you got for 60. Have fun there if you want to keep track of your rounds. Maybe you have a little whiteboard or a little piece of paper. You count how many reps you get and you write it down. Create some columns. You're going to do 3 rounds, right? So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on that first square, you'll put however many you got for burpee box jumps. That's your goal on round 2. But station number 2, you're going to go for dumbbell squat gumbo. So that means we're going to have 2 weights right outside of our hips. And we're going to hit a lunge plus a squat. So we can step backwards, reverse lunge, kiss the knee on the floor, reverse lunge, kiss the knee on the floor, bring your feet into your squat position, hit 1 squat, and start again. You're going to try and go unbroken for 60 seconds. Pick a load that you can go for, and if you can't go unbroken, it's okay. Do as many reps as you can, take a rest, or maybe have a number in your head, get to 5 reps, shake it off, and then start again. So lunge, lunge, squats. And don't forget that in your lunge, we're looking for 2 90-degree angles. Front knee is on top of your ankle, back knee is underneath your hip, chest is up nice and high, squeezing and tucking the pelvis forward, keeping the core nice and tight. After you're done there, you have an under switch to crab reach, which is fun. Here we go. We're going to get on the floor, and we're going to be in our crab position, which means we're going to have our feet on the floor, hands are right outside of behind us, about hip to shoulder width apart. And now I'm not going to just go for it from here. As I set up from the side, I want my body to look like a capital M. So I'm going to push through my palms through the floor, so as I don't want to be sunken into my shoulders. I actually want to be as proud and above the floor as possible. My butt is off the ground. Feet are about hip width apart. Chest is nice and proud. From here, I'm going to push my chest out, externally rotate, and try and pinch a penny between my shoulders. And now I'm going to put all of the weight onto my left palm. Once it's on my left palm, I bring my right hand up. From here, I'm going to open up my hips first, and my hips are going to come up as high as they can. Elbow is still connected to the ribs. Eyes are gazing on the fingertip. Then once I can't get my hips anymore, that's my cue to send my hand over my head, keep my eyes on my fingertips until I frame my hand with my head. Now I'm going to look down at my base hand and look at the fingertips down there. Then we're going to come back. Eyes back onto the right hand. Come back. Elbows connect with the body. And that's your cue for your hips to come back down. Now, if my right hand is up and I want to under switch to go to the other side, I'm going to pick up my opposite foot. So right hand is off, left foot is off, and I'm going to go towards my left so that my foot comes underneath me, hence the word under switch. So now I'm in my beast position, then I'm going to switch. Once I get to the beast position, it was my right hand and my left leg, and now I'm going to switch. So my left hand and my right leg. Then I continue that rotation, find myself again in that crab reach, but now on the other side. So, boom, 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 boom. That's what we're looking for. So continue to go back and forth over and over and over again for the full 60 seconds. Whenever you're done with the crab reaches, within an under switch, you're going to come over to a rig, to a pull-up bar, whatever you have. So this is going to be a 4-to-1. So 4 hanging knee raises into 1 pull-up. Any style pull-up. You can go strict, you can go jumping, you can go with resistance bands, whatever you want to do. So we're going to have our hands about shoulder width apart. We're going to hang from the rig, but we're not going to let our shoulders sit on our ears. So we want to create space between our shoulders and our ears, which is going to help you go for a scap retraction. So you're going to pull yourself up slightly. Now from here, I'm going to go for knee raises. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I'm done, if you can, you're going to hit 1 pull-up. If you can't, you can go for a jumping pull-up. Hands on the floor, use your legs to jump up, pull your chin over the bar, and control the way back down. Go back again. 4 hanging knee raises, 1 pull-up. That's what we've got for that one there. When you're done, you're going to come back over. We have half, heavy as fuck, double kettlebell deadlift. So I'm going to grab 2 kettlebells. I have these just for demo purposes, but I want to make sure that my feet are on the inside of those bells, about hip width apart. Once my feet are on the inside of the bell, I'm going to squat down to pick it up, stand up all the way. Nice tall chest, proud. Keep the core nice and tight. From the side, I'm going to keep these kettlebells really close to the outside of my legs. Softening my knees, I'm going to hinge my hips backwards so I can create that nice little V. Sending my butt to the back of the room. Feel the tug on the hamstrings, drive through the heels, and squeeze your ass. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Keeping everything nice and tight. And don't round out the back, push the chest out nice and tall. Nice, think athletic position. You're an athlete as soon as you step into the gym. So start acting like one, babes. You got this. Station number 6. So we're going to go for a lateral traveling bear crawl with 2 push-ups. So I want you to set aside some little space, and I want you to come over to one side in your space. Once you're there, drop down into your beast position. So we've got our wrist, elbow, shoulder stacked. Knees are directly underneath our hips, maybe slightly in front, and we've got our knees off the floor. This is a contralateral movement. So showing you from the front, that means opposite hand to foot are going to move at the same time. So if my right hand comes over, my left foot is going to lead. So bring your hands together. 1, 2. You're going to go all the way to your side. Let's say you've only got 10 feet. You're going to go 10 feet. Maybe if you've got 5 feet, you go 5 feet. Once you get to the other side, you're going to extend your legs. Whether you go from your feet or your knees, you're going to hit 2 push-ups. Boom. Boom. You're going to bring your feet back in, and then you're going to go back on the opposite way. Left foot, right hand. Left foot, right hand. Tiny little steps. Once you get over to this side, you find your spot. You extend your legs, whether you go from your knees or your feet, and then hit your push-ups again. And for 60 seconds, you're going to go back and forth in your little sacred workout area. That's what we've got for number 6. Then the last one is going to be a nice little kettlebell complex. And don't go too heavy here. Let's go for strength endurance to see how long you can hold on and continue with this repetition. So we have double kettlebells, 2 kettlebells that weigh the same. We're going to hit 1 double kettlebell row, 1 double kettlebell swing, 1 double kettlebell clean, and start again. So here's what it looks like. Feet are nice and wide. We're softening the knees. We're hinging the hips. Body is nice and parallel to the floor. Weight is in the heels so you can feel that tug on your hamstrings. From here, we've got 1 double kettlebell row. Now I'm going to pounce my body weight back. So now the kettlebells are in front of me, ready for a double kettlebell swing. Boom. After the swing, we hit our double kettlebell clean. Then we bring them back to the floor. We come back. We start again. 1 row, 1 swing, 1 clean. Start again. And you're going to go back and forth. Hence the reason why I said choose a light weight and see if you can go for 60 seconds or as long as you can. And maybe write on that little score sheet that we were talking about at the beginning how many times you needed to rest or how long you were able to go unbroken for. Great job today. Don't forget that you're going to rest for a full 2 minutes after each full round. So after you hit your 7 stations, rest for 2 minutes, and you're going to repeat that 3 times. Have fun, and I'll see you for your final workout tomorrow.